Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Tonight we are taking a closer look at a request from our buddy Pops. This one is Beatboxer from NEXZ, and if I'm pronouncing that wrong, somebody's still going to have to correct me because this is my first time, other than the reaction video that is posted at the same time as this one. It's my first time, actually hearing their name or trying to pronounce it. I shouldn't say it's the first time hearing their name. I have heard their name before, but I've never heard anyone actually pronounce it. I've just seen it. But like I said, our buddy Pops requested this one. Make sure you guys check out his channel at Pops Reacts. That's POPZ Reacts. He runs an all request channel over on his page, and I think you guys have a great time. But he told us that we got to check this one out. And like I said, I reacted to it on the main page. And now we're going to take a closer look at the lyrics and stuff in the video that I want to point out, if anything. And we'll take it as we go. But I'm looking forward to seeing what the message of this one is. Because when I reacted, all I did was pay attention to how cool they were. So let's get started. Okay, I want to know what this flyer says before I go any further. Shadow's Fury. All right. I love trying to catch these small details anytime I can. So if you ever see a video that's got a ton of these little things happening, you might see me pause a lot trying to figure it out. All right, it's like will-o-wisps going on here. Like that one. Did that say the same thing? Schoolyard Legends. I barely caught it, but that was perfect. Let's go. Bodes well. That weird sound is like someone has recorded Thumpa Thumpa Thump, which we just heard, and then compressed it and pitched it up. I don't know if that's technically what's happened, but that's what, to me, it sounds like. Alright, before we go too much further and let them get started, I just wanted to see, I wish I knew how to read kanji. Because this says something and I don't know what it is. There was also some Hangul over here on the wall. And then over here we've got, looks like Fat Crusher. Then we got some Hangul here. Yeah, I can't see the whole thing, so it doesn't really matter. I'm just curious if any of it means anything. So yeah, like I said, I'll try and catch some of that stuff, but for now we'll keep going, obviously. That's a really cool shot of them like practicing with the heavy bag. These will-o-wisps here are usually like indicative of like something supernatural. So you could take this as them having like almost supernatural powers here. And we did actually see, I don't know if it was, I remember it in the reaction, so I don't remember if it's happened yet, but we see one of our boys like punch the camera, and we see like almost like a force field or a force like projection surrounding the fist as he's punching, like a disturbance. I sense a disturbance in the force. I mentioned this in the reaction. This guy right here in the center, I don't know who he is. Actually, my lyric page over here tells me. Okay, I backed up just a little bit and cut out a part where I was trying to figure this out. So apparently this is Yuki, but the lyrics I have over here are slightly different. Like this line over here says, "They all trip, can't match my step." This one says, "Just one look, they're stunned by my steps." So obviously this is more likely the correct version, but this is what I have to work with in terms of trying to keep it all in paragraph form. The reason I pointed that out is because I love Yuki's tone. Wait, was that the part I was talking about? Yeah, so you see like the smoke. Man, I'm getting really good at like clicking to the exact frame I'm looking for in this video. Anyway, but like you see the smoke and like a little bit of like air pressure disturbance here as he's punching. After the chorus, we'll talk about lyrics. Their choreo is sharp. That harmony was nice too. Oh yeah, and then like I love the transition there. How he punched normal, right? And actually, wait, did he punch southpaw? Yeah, he went with the jab. So some little southpaw action going on there. But the reason I wanted to point that out is because like remember earlier when I had pointed out like the force disturbance when our other member punched. Here there was none of that in the scene where they punched, but the clever transition pulled us back into here and he absorbed the punch and you see that force, like that power again. So yeah, I just thought that was a cool transition. Okay, lyrically, let's talk about it. So we start with the thump a thump a thump refrain, like an uppercut. So the thump a thump a thump part, they already specify it's like an uppercut, you know, like your punch punch uppercut, but also that thump is like the sound of someone's heart pounding and like speeding up, right? The adrenaline flowing. Thump a thump a thump, we go, we go, we go, ow, and then we get that same line. Verse 1, go on better, we stepping up and heat up the ring. Now, mind you, again, there are going to be some differences between what I'm reading and what you might have paid attention to here in the video. I'll go mostly based on this because I can actually reference back earlier a lot easier. Listen now, they're talking like, who's that thing? So like, who's this, maybe this new kid in the ring? Now, this is actually off of their third EP, so they're not new kids by this point, but they're still, compared to their peers, they're still relatively unknown. So I think that's kind of what they're sort of insinuating here. Like if you listen, you can hear the people talking, like people are taking notice of these guys now. And then of course, verse 1, first line talking about heating up the ring. They're in the boxing ring at the beginning, and they'll be in the ring in multiple places. And actually in this very shot, you see them wearing like boxer shorts, and like tank tops. So like they're in their fight gear. So all throughout you see them training in the different gym or whatever. So I think the ring is talking about the stage. We heating it up in the ring, basically talking about like we're burning up the stage. We hear that phrase all the time. So boom, clap, ting, ain't no thing. Everybody doing that double take, sheesh. Okay, I hate when anybody says sheesh. I tune out immediately usually. But I'm going to ignore that part. Everybody doing the double take just means, you know, they look, and then as they look away, they're like, wait a minute. Like something caught their eye and they want to look again. Run this game and I own it. I push that pedal down on it. A one-shot knockout, no warning. Hashtag TKO. Now watch it, watch out. So yeah, they're heating up the stage, and this is all about their confidence and their performance ability. Verse 2, they want to imitate. I think actually the line here, I want to say said like, who's gonna imitate me or something like that. But basically, you know, everybody wants to be like them now. They want to copy what these guys are doing. They all trip, can't match my step. Beat goes hard, I move and dance. You gonna lose your mind for real. And I actually like how they talk about the move and dance part, because it reminds me, especially because we're we're using boxing as a metaphor, um, I think of like Muhammad Ali, who used to be, if you're not familiar with sports or you just don't know boxers, was considered the greatest of all time. And he had this saying that you may have heard, even if you're not into boxing, called that went float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. And the float like a butterfly referred to him dancing essentially in the ring and being able to like dodge punches whenever they came. Um, so let's see, what's up? I'm a beatboxer. Now we know what a beatboxer is, literally speaking, and it's someone who can make music with their mouth. They can imitate different beats and sounds and stuff. And I'm not gonna try it because I don't want to embarrass myself here. But there are some really good beatboxers. If you don't know what it is, just Google it or YouTube it. But in this case, we're talking about being on the beat, like, their performance and knocking it out of the park, or, being a knockout like a boxer. So they're hyphenating it as opposed to making it a one word. It just might shock you. I feel your hunger, break it like thunder. I move and strike. I'm a counterpuncher. So I love that line too, because they're really dialing in these boxing references. So the moving and striking, same thing, kind of like I just talked about, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. But also the counterpuncher usually means you're absorbing contact. You're letting them hit you. You're blocking, but you're letting them hit you as you're searching for an opening. And then maybe they overextend on a jab, or, they come in for an uppercut and you sidestep and you're looking for that, like I said, that opening where you can attack them back, that counter punch. That's what they're doing here. Like, they're taking the industry's best shots, and now they're coming back firing with their own, with this heat, with this energy. Um, and then the next, is that really what it said in here? Surely not. Okay, over here it says a little jiggle jiggle and a natural wonder. Is I gotta know if that's what this said. So who's the best player? Let's find out where I am here. Flip the whole game over. I'm a counter puncher. This is way different because over here it says I move and strike. I'm a counter puncher, but okay. But this, if you take that line, really just says the literal meaning of what I was describing the metaphorical meaning for. It did say something similar to that. The vibe goes jiggle jiggle. Over here just says a little jiggle jiggle. I don't know why that makes me laugh, but it does. Okay, so I'm trying to figure out... Okay, this is in the chorus. So the refrain is just the thump-a-thump-a-thump part over and over again. Like an uppercut, and then we're getting the chorus again, but the chorus changes a bit, so we'll let it actually play. Okay, I know we had already seen that, but the chorus says, feeling fresh, feeling fresh, I'm in my burnt up sneakers, killing the stage, blowing out the speakers, who's the best player, the fearless fighter, coming for another round, we're beatboxers. And we already talked about the transition, but I love as the jab goes, it's also on the thump-a-thump. So they timed it up really well with the lyrics and the actual choreo. All right, let's keep going for the next part here. All right, so we're training back here. Ooh, you see that like supernatural power on the punch here on the heavy bag? Boom! Whoa! This choreo, man, this breakdancing. I like that part too. So they said like gasping all sheesh like whispers, and again we have the willow wisps. So it's just another like visual reinforcement there. Let's see. Verse 3, we've got, we don't need the words, just skip the talk. No second thoughts, here we come, make it bump. If you're making it bump, you're just talking about like playing it louder. Check my steps, check the facts. Hashtag shout out to NCT. Ain't nobody, can't nobody kill it like that. Calculate, analyze, hit so accurate you can't handle my energy. We got them sheesh like whispers. I really wish I had what's actually here, because there's enough of a difference here that I don't like what I'm reading, but it is what it is. If they're gasping in awe, it means obviously they're shocked and they're like whispering to the side, like, you know, check them out. Like, did you see that? So yeah, it's not a completely different meaning, but it's different enough that I would rather appreciate what is more likely. Unfortunately, they don't have this in paragraph form. And then this hallway right here, I don't know if this is a set that gets commonly used or if I'm imagining something, because I feel like I've seen this hallway plenty of times. Now, I also imagine a lot of school hallways look pretty similar over there, so it could just be that. But in the reaction, I asked the same question. I asked if this was the same hallway that Maiden filmed their Pung video in. It'd actually be pretty cool if it was, but I don't know. It just looks similar. Look at that choreo, though. It's like they lost the bones out of their legs. And then that supernatural force, like wave projection coming from them, like they punch out from the ring and then it comes towards the camera. That's a cool effect. Boom. Okay, so let's talk about verses. The next verse after the we got them sheesh like whispers was I coming back and I'm a crashing bomber. A crashing bomber, if you're talking about airplanes, it would be like an actual bomber that carries, you know, heavy artillery, heavy bombs, I should say, and it's going down. But a crashing bomber in boxing is someone who throws haymakers, you know, like really heavy shots. And that obviously is consistent with what they're going for here. A flashing wonder, I'm boredom hunter or rhythm doctor. So, like, I'm gonna snap you out of this boredom. I've got the medicine that you need. It's this beat, baby. So fly again in my stance of winter. We only getting started. Say what's your hunger. I wonder if that's what it says in the actual verse too. It is not, because the word scream it out is nowhere over here. So let's see what it actually said lyrically here. Here it comes again. The crashing bomber strikes down in a flash. I'm boredom hunter or rhythm doctor, soaring through the air again. Stance of winner. Obviously, you know, standing at the top, you've won the fight. I'll give you more, so scream it out. Say what's your hunger. Okay, well, the say what's your hunger is, in fact, exactly what they said. But we only getting started versus I'll give you more, so scream it out. That is completely different. Who made this page over here? All right, I apologize, guys. I'm doing the best I can with what I got. But yeah, they're just literally saying, like, keep coming back for more. I'm going to keep giving you more, so, you know, cheer for it. You hear that slap and he turned around. That's a really cool choreo move too. Look at some of these moves, man. That was a good shot of that force I was talking about. All right, so we got hit the beat back here. We got the beat right here. Too Strong to Lose right here. Something about Wild right here. Too Wild. Okay. All right, so we got this bridge, energy building, dance crew, dance off, baby. Man, this breakdancing is dope. They are hyper talented. Oh man, that's so much energy, so much talent in there. Like, that's absolutely insane. I mentioned this in the reaction, but some of those moves made me feel like, you know, like I said there, I'm 38. I'm not old, but man, I felt like I was 68 watching some of these dance moves. Like, I felt like if I attempted to even think about doing them, I would break something, and it wouldn't be, you know, the lamp. It would be something on me. But the bridge, can you hear the rumble? Echoes rolling in, young and free, our symbol, and we about to win. Slam on it, go, step on it, go, go, play on it, go, slam on it, go, step on it, we go, we go, we go, ow. So they're heating up, they're speeding up, and, you know, it's almost like, can you hear the rumbling, like the people talking? We're coming for you, like we're gonna show you our, you know, our powerful performances. Personally, and I don't know if there is some deeper message here, it does not seem like it, but I could be wrong. If you picked up on some stuff that I've missed, by all means, let me know in the comments. But it seems like they're just showing off their confidence and their power and their energy, and talking about, you know, showing off this cool side of themselves and how they're going to burn up the stage. Personally, I thought it was fantastic. I would love to see something like this. They absolutely crushed this. Like I said, they are hyper talented, especially when it comes to dance. I didn't really get enough sense of their vocal ability just from this song, although, like I said, I think it was Yuki. I loved his tone. But yeah, this was fun. Let me know what you guys thought. Alright guys, so of course that was Beatboxer from NEXZ. Thank you again, Pops, for the request. If you guys enjoyed, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell to enable your notifications. And also, if you want to get a request done here on the channel or on the reaction channel, you can do that one of two ways. You can either subscribe to Patreon at the gray tier or higher. Shout out to our friends who have done that. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you come in at the gray tier and above, you get access to all the content that's over there, in addition to those free requests every month. Beyond Patreon, though, if you're not interested in any of that, there is a link to PayPal in the description below, and you can check that out. There's instructions on how to use it. So take a look, and I will see you for the next video. Take care, everyone.